Okay, so today is, I believe, day 332. Getting closer to the end of 365 Live. I'm basically taking a little me day today and really just focusing on chilling, resting, taking care of myself, filling my own cup. Because I do have a really big week of things ahead. Lots of scheduled calls coming up. I got a human design meeting to do this weekend. I have a podcast interview that's happening on Thursday. There is at least 2 coaching calls that I'll be setting up this week. So New Year is really starting with a bang. I'm just so stoked. I'm so stoked. Even in the second week of January, I'll have 3 coaching calls scheduled. So this is really exciting for me. This is what I've always wanted, with my business, is to go in and be having all these invitations and being recognized and seen as for my gifts and what I do. And I've been getting so many invitations, so many people reaching out and being like, oh my God, I would love to work with you. Or can you help me with this? Can you guide me with that? There's a block here. And it just, for those of you, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and it's amazing. And so, yes, because there's going to be a whole lot of things happening this week where I'll be, having my energy and guiding others. I have to take care of myself first. Also, with recent events that happen, there's a lot of self-reflection and my own inner work to do. And so planning on definitely meditating and journaling a little later to just reflect on some things. But for now, what I decided to do is something fun, just because I have been feeling down for the past few days a bit, dealing with a lot of dualities, but the lows are really low, and just trying to navigate all of the emotions and all the feelings that are coming up. And so holding space for all that, but I also want to have fun, and I want to start the new year with a good intention as much as I can. So what I decided to do is I decided to do my year ahead reading. And so this is something I'm offering for the month of January only. If you desire to book a session with me, let me know. You can send me a DM, or you can go straight to my link in bio and there'll be my Calendly link there. If you are Canadian, just send me a message first. So if you're from Canada, send me a message first before you go ahead and book. And I will be, if you are in Tofino and Uiki, I will be in town until the 9th. So we can do it in person. And then after that, for the last 3 weeks of the month, I will be in Whistler. So for those of you who are in Whistler and want to do an in-person reading there, or Squamish or Pemberton, that will be the 3 weeks of January. I'll be there so we can do it in person. And if you are in Tofino and Uiki and for some reason you can't do it this week, that's okay. We will set up another time. Just send me a message. And I'll make sure to be able to get it to you in person. Because it is a lot of fun. If we're in the same area, it is a lot of fun to have it in person. So I wanted to give you an example of what it looks like. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to show you my entire spread. It looks extremely messy, but this is how it is. And basically, I pull from 3 decks. So I pull from the classic Rider-Waite. The box is kind of falling apart. I need to get a new deck eventually. The classic tarot Rider-Waite, and then I also pull from the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so this one, and then the Oracle I use as a guidance is the Animal Spirit one. So this is the exact same decks I actually used last year when I did the year heads. And so I'm going to flip my camera. I'm going to show you how it all looks like, and then I'll give you an example. We'll take the month of January, for example, and I'll show you basically what my spirit teams have to guide me with. And obviously, when I do it for you, it'll be your spirit teams coming in and your spirit team giving you guidance for the year ahead. And I also have next to me my new agenda. So it's very pretty. I just got it yesterday from Chapters. Chapters like being one of the only stores open on New Year's Day, which was amazing. And also, I love the smell of Chapters. Oh my god, walking in Chapters and the smell of it is like, yeah. And I did actually work there when I was 23. Yeah, I did work there. It was kind of awesome. It was kind of cool. At that time, I mean, I don't know how it is now, but at that time it really was more book focus central, and talking to employees and customers about books and recommendations. It was so much fun. Anyways, so I basically have my agenda with all my colorful pens because, like I said, fun. Want to make this fun. All my colorful pens. And what I do is I look at the guidance and the themes of each month, and then I write it down my agenda. And so when it comes to like before the start of the month, I look at what themes are coming up, like what should I focus on. And then that way, like I can set more intention in that month to like, you know, focus on like, I don't know, throat chakra healing, or, you know, go surfing more this month, or maybe spend more time in Whistler, spend more time in Tofino, whatever it is. And to just be mindful of what's coming up. So yeah, that's basically 2023 looks like it's going to be a really big year for me. From what I'm seeing, a lot of major arcanas, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to flip the camera. I'll show you guys, and then we'll flip it back up. So, okay. Welcome to my chaotic room, but that's okay. So this is what the spread looks like. So these guys are the overall themes of 2023 for me. And then I've broken it down each by month. So as you see, it's a little chaotic, a little crazy. Lots of different themes, lots of different cards. And so let's do flippy. Okay, we're back. So lots of stuff. So we'll go over January together. January. So in like every month, I don't really like count how many cards come out of the deck. Like obviously, like when I do these spreads, like, you know, I try to get my spirit team to be like, okay, you know, like 1 or 2 cards, like sometimes 3 if really needed per deck, but like not too much, because then it just gets like too much information, overwhelming and all that stuff. So, so we got 4 cards for January here, and really interesting set of cards that, yeah, I'm just really going to look into. So first card that came up was the 3 of Swords reverse. And so this is like heart chakra healing, which makes so much sense with the recent events that happened. But heart chakra healing, like healing the heart chakra, pain going away, with that 3 of Swords reverse, like the swords are coming out of the heart. So there's going to be a lot of releasing, a lot of letting go and releasing and healing that heart to really get stronger and to a better place. And so that is like one of the major themes of the month of January. And then we got the 2 cards from another deck, the Judgment and 10 of Cups. So, but the Judgment is reverse. And so what I sometimes do is, if I feel called to, like sometimes I'm intuitively like kind of like read the cards, and then other times I read it from the little booklet that they have. And just to kind of get an idea of the message, because also pulling for myself versus pulling for other people is I can be a little biased at times, and only read what I want to read or see what I want to see. And I'm pretty sure that if you are also a tarot reader, you probably like, you know, kind of like feel the same way. Not many tarot readers actually read for themselves like I do. It's my way to communicate with my guides. But I do know that there is a level of bias. Even when I use my pendulum, there's a level of bias for it. But when it comes to reading for others, it's a different story, because it's like, that's just pure channeling. So Judgment reverse, here, what I'm reading is, I need to let go of a shadow aspect of your story. So that's really interesting, saying that. So I think that is connected definitely with the heart chakra healing, of really looking at the shadow part of this healing, and what story, what narrative am I telling myself? Like, what story do I believe about me? And like, what is that shadow? What is that shadow? And letting that shadow go, which will bring this a 10 of cups. This 10 of cups is like all about happy times, good times, union. It's like very much feel good about like myself, my emotions, and all that. And then the card for the animal spirit deck that came out is the rabbit. So I'm going to look up and see what the rabbit says. Okay, rabbit. So with Oracle, I read most of the time from the book unless I get intuitive. So, the rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. So this is like kind of basically saying like, your words and your thoughts is what creates your reality, right? And so if you like, so it's like basically like spirit reminding me that like, if I think of like, oh, things are gonna like be shit and everything's gonna be shit and things are not gonna work out or things aren't gonna be good, then that's what I'm gonna get. And so that's just like that reminder. And to really listen to the fear, listen to what my fears are, and how can I shift that perspective. So it says to bring into balance a day of silence, and basically when in balance, it's problem solver and good listener. So anyways. So that's the, everything that happens here. So this is example. So if you want to book ahead, just let me know. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Right?